Hey guys, it's Code Zealot, and I'm back with another video after 2 or 3 weeks of not uploading anything. Now, I apologize for the delay. I got busy with some business, and then in the busyness of the business, my wife had our second baby. So instead of playing Minecraft and fighting zombies, I've been a zombie myself in real life, changing diapers and staying up all night and all of that good stuff. So we're very, very happy to have our new addition to our family, but I may be a little slower here uploading some videos. So if that's why I'm not around, you guys know. Anyways, we're going to be doing a video today for UltimateTomato. Now, what he wants is a countdown timer that counts down from 10 minutes and then executes a command. Now, I've set this up in a way that allows you to do exactly that, but if you want to use it a little differently, I made it so you could add as many commands as you want. So essentially what I'm giving you guys today is a scoreboard countdown timer that allows you to run as many commands as you want and also allows you to change the countdown duration. So if you guys don't want a 10-minute countdown timer like UltimateTomato, you can change it. And if you do, well then just go ahead and follow along and you won't have to do any kind of edits to the actual command blocks. Okay guys, so here we are. We have these 3 pillars that run the countdown timer. So let's turn these on and, whoops, there we go. Turn these on and see how it works. So we're going to start with this one here, and I have this sign here saying that the game ticks clock is everything below here. So these 3 command blocks are the game ticks clock. Now, if you don't know how to use a game ticks clock, you can check out my other videos in this exact series where we used game ticks clocks to work this wave animation, and then also do a video where if the players die, they get set into a ghost mode and spectator mode and then respawn after 10 seconds. And we use the same exact clock in those videos. So go ahead and check that out if you don't know how to use these first 3 command blocks. So getting started here with the actual countdown timer. So what this command block does is it tests to see if the countdown should even run. And what this does secondarily is it makes sure that the countdown never removes seconds past 0. So in other words, we don't want the countdown timer to get to 0 seconds and then make the seconds -1. That would be bad. So that's what this command block does. It sees if we should continue the countdown timer and make it run, and it also keeps the seconds from going negative. The next command block says if the countdown should run, then we should subtract a second. Pretty much that just means that this makes the seconds actually count down. So this is the command inside of that command block. And then the very next one checks if the seconds are exactly equal to 1. So I'm using this command here, scoreboard players test. And now also, if you haven't watched my previous videos, you're going to get a little confused maybe right here. And I just want to point out, since this is a more intermediate tutorial here, I'm not going to explain how all this works, but essentially the very fast version is I'm using scoreboard and I'm using fake players. So seconds is actually the name of a fake player. And then countdown is the scoreboard objective that we're working with. So if you look over here on the side, you'll see that I have in the sidebar display the countdown objective, and then there are 2 different players listed with their scores. And the player names are seconds and minutes, which gives us this nice countdown feature on the sidebar. Anyways, that's the fast version. If you still don't understand this, go watch my other videos. All right, moving along. We next check if the minutes are exactly equal to 1 or greater than 1. Now, what this means essentially is we're testing whether or not the command blocks above this one should run. So if the minutes are equal to 1 or greater, then we want these command blocks to execute. If the minutes is equal to 0, which means our countdown is about to end, then we do not want these 2 things to happen. So let's see what we want to happen if it's 1 or greater than 1. The next thing we want to do here is we're going to remove 1 from the countdown objective of the player with the name of minutes. In other words, we're going to count down the minutes timer. So if we're at 2 minutes and then our seconds go down and they reach 0, we want it to say that we have 1 minute remaining, and then we want it to give it another 59-second countdown. So that's that last minute. So the last minute will say, 0 minutes and 59 seconds. So there you have it. That's the first pillar here that runs the countdown. Now the next thing that we need is the ability to test when the countdown timer has reached 0, because once the countdown ends, then we want to run all our commands. So that's what this does here. So we're going to keep testing over and over and over whether or not another fake player named Countdown On has a value of 1 for the objective Countdown On. If so, we're going to test here if the seconds have reached 0. If the seconds are equal to 0, we're going to do the same thing and test if the minutes are equal to 0. In other words, if both of these blocks are true, if they say, yes, this is true, what you're asking me is actually happening, then that means the scoreboard timer has reached 0, both for the minutes and for the seconds. So now we know it's time to run our commands. So here I have just one command. It's just a say command, and it just has a message here. But if you want to run multiple commands, what you can do is you can make a bunch of command blocks just go up higher in this pillar here. And then all you have to do to finish it, once you have all of your commands inside of your pillar, is place this last block. And what this one is going to do, let me get rid of that annoying rain. What this one is going to do is it's going to turn the countdown timer off. And it does this by setting the player countdown on and the player's value for the objective countdown on to 0. So if the objective is equal to 1, that means it's true and it's running. And if it's equal to 0, that means we've turned the countdown timer off. Oh my goodness, that's weather. Does not want to stop. Okay. So that's the second column. Okay, so now the very last thing to do is actually reset the countdown timer when it reaches 0. So what I've done here is I've just made a button with these 3 command blocks, but you can hook this up in however way you want. I mean, you could use redstone that activates this when, players enter a certain area for your minigame, or however you want to do it. All that matters is that you get some sort of signal into this command block that activates the chain. So what we're doing is we're setting the countdown to 1, just like we talked about in the previous pillar. So we're saying, okay, the countdown needs to start. And then when it starts, we want to start it at 9 minutes and 59 seconds. Now, if you guys don't want a 10-minute counter, what you can do is go into these command blocks and you can change the values here. So, if you want a 5-minute countdown, you could set this to 4 minutes and 59 seconds. Now, you can also just set it to 5 minutes and 0 seconds if you want, but I think it looks better counting down with a 1 second, like overlap. It looks more realistic. So if I click this, we'll see that our countdown has started, and I'll be back in just a second to show you guys what happens when it reaches 0. All right, here we are in the last 5 seconds of the countdown timer, and once it reaches 0, boom, there we go. We just ran our say command, which was in this command block right here. Now, if you had more commands, obviously they would all run, in a sequence going from bottom to top, and then it would turn off the timer, like we said, with this last command block. So there you go, UltimateTomato. This is your countdown timer for your minigame, and I'd love to see your minigame. So if you have a YouTube channel, go ahead and do a screen record or whatever, and tag me in the video somehow. Send it to me. Even post it in the comments of this video, and I'll pin it as the first comment so everybody can see what you are working on, because I would love to see how you're implementing this into your own Minecraft world. Thanks for watching, guys. This is the end of our command help video, and now I just want to make one quick announcement for you. I've now started doing build tutorials in addition to my command tutorials. So if you guys want to build one of the 2 houses behind me, go ahead and check out the videos on my channel to see how to do it. Now, lastly, all I want to say about the build tutorials is that if you guys want me to add the structure files to the descriptions of my actual videos, so you guys can just go ahead and paste these into your world, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try and get that going for you guys. Now, I know that right now in Minecraft 1.12.1, there's a bug keeping people from loading their structures, or more properly, saving their structures using the corner blocks. I actually ran into it tonight because I was going to make a structure file for the command block columns, so that way you guys don't have to try and type out all the commands as you're watching. You could just load that structure, those 3 columns, into your world and have a functioning countdown timer instantly. So I apologize that that is not able to happen right now. If you're interested in the bug, go ahead and check out the link in the description to see my Reddit post about it, and also to see a Minecraft forums post from somebody else who also ran into this frustrating bug. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, whether it's a build tutorial where you're building one of these 2 houses, or a command tutorial where we're checking out another way to use commands in Minecraft.